Hey guys, it's Lauren. I lived on a ship in Germany with 14 harbor seals, 2 sea lions, and 1 fur seal last summer, and it was one of the most unique experiences I've ever had, so this video is kind of a diary of that. So I was able to live on a ship because I was placed there to complete a 3-month internship with the RISE Germany program through the German Academic Exchange Service, or DAAD for short. RISE stands for Research Internships in STEM and Engineering and offers funding for undergraduate students from North America, Great Britain, and Ireland to complete research internships in Germany. Students are placed there through different cities in Germany with a number of research groups. I was placed in a German port city on the Baltic Sea coast called Rostock, specifically in the Warnemünde area, to intern for the Marine Science Center, which is located on a docked ship. This ship, known as the Lichtenberg, was refurbished specifically for marine animal research, containing offices, dormitory rooms, and even a kitchen. I stayed in one of the dormitory rooms throughout my stay with another RISE intern from the US. The ship has netting and platforms around the exterior to create enclosures for the marine animals. But anyways, I'm excited to share my experience, so let's get started. On internship days, I usually woke up at 8:30, sometimes to the sound of the 2 sea lions barking at each other. I started off every morning by making myself a cup of coffee with the espresso machine in the staff kitchen of the ship. Then it was time to go outside to clean some of the platforms with a brush, a plastic bucket, and a hose. Hello. Sometimes the seals say hello to me when I'm cleaning. This bucket, by the way, has holes in it because one time I was cleaning and then Eric, one of the sea lions, stole it from me. So these are his bite marks from when he bit the entire bucket, but we got it back. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but to get water from the bucket, you kind of have to you do this, and then, oh, just like that. Sometimes when I had the hose out, the sea lions came out to the surface asking to be sprayed. They're just like dogs. Okay, so another job I have is to prepare the fish for some of the seals. Right now I'm preparing Micho's fish, and we use a combination of Spratz fish, which are these, and herring, which are bigger. So I'm gonna measure a kilogram of Spratz first. And then I filled this bucket with cold water because these are frozen, so they have to melt a little bit. And then we're going to let that sit for a bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna cut the herring. And then a kilogram of herring is about 4, so I'm gonna take 4 out of the fridge. And then we always cut the herring into 5 pieces, and it has to be on an angle so the spines don't hurt the seal as they're swallowing them. So now we're going to go to the trainings outside and go to Micho, which I'm excited about because he's my favorite seal. The animals only received their food by going through their training sessions for the day after successfully following the commands of the trainers. After the trainer says a command, a whistle is blown and the animal is rewarded with a few fish, kind of like a dog clicker. The sound of the whistle is at a frequency within the optimal hearing range of the animals. For the majority of the day, I accompanied the trainers in the Marine Science Center team during the training sessions. I also learned some of the commands in German to help train the harbor seals with the supervision of one of the trainers. As an intern, I only helped train the harbor seals because the sea lions and fur seal are a bit more unpredictable and difficult to train, and I was only on the ship for 3 months.
Miro, ja lang. Good up.
Also, before I show the next few clips, I want to first clarify the difference between the harbor seal, sea lions, and fur seal.
Erik, nein.
These 3 species are all pinnipeds, part of the suborder called Pinnipedia, comprising 33 species of marine mammals that have front and back flippers. Within this suborder, there are 3 families. We'll be focusing on 2 of the 3. One family is called Phocidae or true seals, and the other is Otariidae or eared seals. Sea lions and fur seals are part of the family of eared seals, and harbor seals are part of the family of true seals. I'll list a few main differences between harbor seals and sea lions. Sea lions have external ear flaps, while harbor seals just have holes for ears. And also, sea lions are much larger in body size and have larger flippers that they use to maneuver on land, while harbor seals have smaller flippers, so they just use their bellies to move on land. As you can see, they're a bit more awkward on land than the eared seals.
Nein. Oh, das armes Ding.
Now let's move on to fur seals. Sea lions and fur seals are both part of the eared seal, so they look similar, but there are a lot of minor differences that I won't get into right now. Mainly, fur seals, as their name suggests, have a dense underlayer of fur, whereas sea lions don't.
So ist gut, Speckbert. Erik, warte. Gizmo!
Okay, so with that out of the way, here are some of clips of me training the harbor seal Mijo.
Micho! Komm! Super! Achtung! Kreise! Kreise! Micho! Winken! Sag was!
Also, the Marine Science Center allows visitors to watch the animal trainings from the deck of the ship, which is why there are people. So speaking in German in front of a lot of people was definitely nerve-wracking at first. So this whiteboard has the list of commands that Grace and I have learned so far.
Richtig, Küsschen. Oh, jetzt ist es falsch.
Sometimes the seals like to blow bubbles underwater, like he just did. And sometimes they do it while they're under the boat, so I can feel it under the boat when I'm trying to sleep. Also, summer is shedding season for harbor seals, so this is where they shed their old fur and grew a new coat. So this is me and my supervisor petting one of the harbor seals, and as you can see, a lot of his fur is falling off. And I honestly didn't expect the harbor seal to be this soft because his fur kind of felt like a pit bull, but even softer. He's just a dog.
Sea dog.
Sea dog.
Good news.
Also, summer is when harbor seals give birth, so most of the harbor seals' birthdays are in the summer months. And on a seal birthday, the Marine Science Center makes a special cake for the birthday seal by freezing Spratz fish in colored water in molds shaped like numbers depending on how old the seal is turning. Here, Luca turned 22, so it's his birthday party. Also, watch out for the seagull. He comes to every single one of the trainings to steal fish from the seals, which you'll see in the next clips.
Hey! Ja, noch ein Stück. Ja, weiter. Super. Gut, weiter. Gut, Henry. So. Tauchst du einfach weg. Super! Ja.
It's not for you.
Henry! Super! Jesus! Unfassbar! Achtung! Tauche! Ja, muss doch. Ja, muss doch laut. Hey, Jungs! Hol ihn hier. Du wartest. Good.
Also, the summer is birthing season for seagulls too, so halfway through my internship, the adult seagulls started bringing their babies and training them to steal the fish as well. On the right is the baby seagull. This is one of the sea lion trainings.
Ja, da war die Möwe schneller. Richtig? Richtig?
And lastly, here are some trainings of the fur seal, Finn.
Kreisen, andersrum. Weiter kreisen. Super. Kriegst du den Drehwurm. Toll. Wasch dich. Super, Finn. Ganz fantastisch. Toll.
Und tanzen! Nochmal runter. Super klasse! Nochmal. Und nochmal. Und nochmal. Und schäm dich! Gut, komm! Sehr gut aufgepasst. Gut, mein Schatz.
Another offer the MSc has for visitors is scuba diving with the seals. So a week before I left for Germany, I got scuba dive certified, and on one of the last days of my internship, I was able to scuba dive in the seal enclosure with my co-intern Grace and her supervisor, who is the one filming these clips with a GoPro. And honestly, it's one of the coolest experiences I've ever had, just watching the seals do their thing underwater after watching them from the surface for so long. Also, I couldn't get any footage of the research taking place on the ship, but here is one of the seals, Luca, being trained to wear an EEG cap so they can eventually run an EEG on him. And one of the last tasks of the day for me was to feed the octopus and the fish that were in one of the rooms of the ship. There she is. This is Eclair. Hi. She likes to play. Here, I put one of her toys up here. Let's see if she wants it. Oh no, she's going that way. I'm feeding the fish for the last time. Look at them, they're ready. Okay, so it's like 10 p.m. now, but it's still kind of bright out because the sun sets very late here. But I just wanted to show you the sunset. You can see Warnemünde, the Warnemünde lighthouse over there. And the Ferris wheel on the other side, right there. And the moon. The Warnemünde lighthouse turns on at night to help guide the ships that are farther away. But these right here act as kind of like a road for the ships to come in. See, they're all along that side. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna film is my room tour. So this is a room that's inside the ship. Okay, so this is my room that I stayed in for the past 3 months. Here we have a desk. Up here there's some movies and then some books. And these photos up here, of course, of the seals, and then a jellyfish. And then this window that just, oh, there's a lot of spider webs, but it just closes like this. But it's really hot right now, so I'm gonna open it. Oh no! We have some more pictures of seals, an octopus. This is my night lamp. And then we have my bed. It's like kind of in a shelf, so it's really cozy. And then some drawers under the bed. But I packed up everything, which is why it looks clean right now. And that concludes this chapter of the video. So one memorable event that took place in Rostock during the time I was there was Hansasail, which is one of the largest sailing festivals in the world. Starting in 1991, Hansasail is always on the second weekend of August, and about 200 traditional sailing ships gather in Rostock, offering visitors the chance to ride them. About 1 million people attend Hansasail every year. I didn't ride any of the traditional ships, but I met up with some other RISE interns who were also completing their internships in Rostock, and we got tickets for a party ship. This was a double-decker ship that blasted 90s and 2000s hits that followed this general route to the Untervano River and then out to the Baltic Sea. But we saw a lot of traditional looking Hansa sail ships on the route, and every time we passed one, the people on both ships would cheer at each other, so it was a lot of fun. And also on board, there was actually a bachelorette party and a bachelor party taking place at the same time, which was really fitting for a party ship, honestly. I can't play the audio because of copyright, but some notable songs that were played were Gentleman by Psy, Stick to the Status Quo from High School Musical, and I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys. Okay, now we are moving on to this random segment of me going grocery shopping. Now I'm about to go to the grocery store. There's 2 grocery stores that we go to that are nearby. That's Aldi and Edeka. I'm going to Aldi today. I'll show you that. This is the Warnemünde train station, and I'm just gonna take one stop to the train station Warnemünde Werft, which is where Aldi is. This is the train I'm taking. It's going to the direction of Rostock Hauptbahnhof. This is the grocery store haul. It's not super healthy this time, but it's because I have a lot of vegetables left over from the last grocery store haul, okay? I promise. As you can see, Milka is a food group. Okay, bro, I have no idea what those previous few clips were. It was like a failed grocery store vlog, but hold your horses because in this last part of the video, I'm going to show you around the Warnemünde Old Town, and it's gonna be way better than whatever that was. So let's get started. Our starting point is the MSC, by the way. Okay, so I'm going into town for the last time today, and I wanted to show you around Warnemünde. So our first stop is to return all of these bottles to Edeka because you get money back. But look, I drank so much Apfelschorle. So we're gonna return all of those. When you're almost to the place where the ferry goes back and forth, there's like a mini beach. Okay, so this is the spot where the ferry goes back and forth to get across the Warnow River. I just missed this ferry, but there's gonna be another one in 10 minutes. That's the Marine Science Center over there. Okay, so this side is Hoheduna, and then this side is the city, and then on the way the Ferris wheel is over there, which I've never been on. The Warnow River is right here. This area always reminds me of Amsterdam. Okay, this is the Edvard Munch house. It's the house that Edvard Munch had when he was in Warnemünde, and he's the artist who painted the Scream. Here's the information. So Edvard Munch is from Norway originally, but from May 1907 to October 1908, he wanted to be in a quiet place by the sea to relax and work, so he chose to stay in Warnemünde. After donations from both Norway and Germany, his house was opened in 1998 as a museum. It's unknown how many paintings he created during his stay in Warnemünde, but a few include Seascape in Warnemünde, Amstrom Warnemünde, and Old Man in Warnemünde. Everything is in German, so I can't understand it. But, you know, he lived here. Oh, and this is the doner kebab place that I ate at on my first day here. And then right next to it is the Heimat Museum, which just has the history of Rostock and Warnemünde. Okay, why don't we actually head into town now? Okay, so this is the Warnemünde church, which is the center of the town. And then Edeka, the supermarket, is right there. Okay, this is where I think I'm supposed to return all my bottles. So I'm gonna see, maybe just, and then on this side is where the bakery Junge is, which is a bakery chain in Germany, and then there's some restaurants. Okay, and then this street is called Amstrom. It's right by the Warnow River, and if you keep going that way, you can get to the beach, Warnemünde Strand. And all of these shops along here used to be fishermen's houses. And then on this side, they have boats that sell food, especially fish. There's a random bubble tea place as one of the shops here, and I might just try it today because I couldn't get ice cream, and I also never tried boba in Warnemünde. Okay, I got my boba. I got milk tea with lychee popping jelly at Famento on Amstrom. I'm in public, so it's kind of embarrassing. But it's really good. It's really nice and creamy. So yeah, I would recommend Famento boba in Warnemünde. This is the Warnemünde Lighthouse. It's actually the most notable landmark of Warnemünde. And then this is a famous building that's next to it. I don't know what it is. I think it's just a restaurant. This is the beach. So I wanted to show you these. So these are called Strandkorbe. They're like beach chairs that are unique to beaches along the Baltic coast, like Warnemünde. And there's like rows and rows of them here, but I won't film them because there's a lot of people. But it's like a nice shaded area you can put your stuff in for when you're at the beach, and then you can rent them for a day. This one is so fancy. Wait, there's even a window. I guess you have to pay extra for this one. This is the Warnemünde bear. Okay, I pass by this restaurant Casablanca every single time I come into town, and I always wanted to try it, but I never got the chance to. But I actually watched Casablanca this summer and I thought it was really, really boring. So, but I hope this restaurant is good. I think it will be. The building is very pretty, so it will probably be good. It's 4:30 a.m. and there's like no one on the train. It's weird. Bye guys.